Greetings, programs. This is Wretch, and welcome back to Shadowrun Dragonfall. In the last episode, we found out what exactly killed Monica Schaefer. Apex, a apparently nasty AI that the Fierschwing has under her control. And now we have to go to an abandoned facility in order to find the back door needed to kill it. Now, I ran around the Kreuzbasar a little bit, and there's a lot of people who have stuff to say, so we're going to go ahead and see what the aftermath of the Battle of the Kreuzbasar has for us. Talking to the crew, the only person who looked like he had something new to say was Blitz, so let's talk to Blitz. Blitz looks grim. His customary table is littered with cigarette butts, and the heavy bags under his eyes tell you that he hasn't slept in a while. Wretch? You don't look so good. No, I imagine that I don't. Well, I'm guessing that the rescue attempt didn't go so well because he was still after his lady friend. No, it did not. As it turns out, she didn't need to be rescued. At least, not before I showed up. I don't really want to go into this, Chief, so here's the abridged version. I made a mess of things. No, really? With your world-class skills? However could that have happened? I don't know, Chief. I really don't. I hit the data node just like last time, and just like last time, navigating it was a breeze. At least, it was in the beginning. The Yazzies must have beefed up the security over the past year. You don't say. He shakes his head, a miserable expression on his face. It was all going so well, but I guess I must have tripped something. In the blink of an eye, there were alarms going off, and I had black IC bearing down on me from all directions. I thought I was a dead man. Well, how'd you make it out? Well, Emily found me, and, he turns his head and looks away. She rescued me. I'd have been ecstatic to see her if I wasn't so ashamed. She didn't look particularly happy either. Well, that's bad. Did she make it out okay, too? The last time I saw Emily, she was being chased down by Black IC. They got a trace on her. Then she must have jacked out because she just disappeared. She looked really, really angry. Livid would probably be a better word. And that's about it. She's gone, Wretch. He looks down into the cup of soy calf in his hands. I don't know if I'll ever hear from her again. Hey, at least she jacked out, so if she's still alive, that's something, right? Yeah, I guess so. A cheerful tone chirps out from the terminal on Blitz's table. He jerks up in surprise and hurriedly turns to read the message on the screen. As he mouths the words, you can see the hope on his face flicker and die. If anything, he looks even more miserable than he just did before. Let me guess, bad news. He glances at you with red-rimmed eyes, then averts his gaze. Without a word, he turns the terminal so you can read the message on the screen. Congratulations, jackass. You managed to blow an op 5 years in the making and endanger Emily's life, all in one fell swoop. Thanks to you, we're going to have to work very hard to keep your ex alive. Don't bother looking for her again. She's being moved somewhere very, very far away. She never wants to speak with you again, by the way. Idiot. Freedom, equality, information, Shockwell and Ryder. Oh, no. He clamshells the terminal closed and puts his head in his hands. Ouch. Chief, let me ask you something. Did you expect that something like this was going to happen? When you let me go in there, did you know I was going to mess it up somehow? Well, not really. I mean, how could I? I don't know. I guess I'm just on edge right now. I know that you can't see it right now, but having Emily out of your life is a good thing, Blitz. From what you described, it sounds like your relationship with her was a pretty toxic one. You don't even know what you're talking about, Chief. You never even met her. I didn't have to. She could have avoided all of this and protected her oh-so-secret mission if she'd been communicated with you a little better. She left me notes. Yeah, inflammatory notes that provided almost no useful information. Look, you've made your fair share of mistakes, but no more than she did. He hangs his head. I don't know. Maybe. I still love her, though. Well, that's something you'll have to work out for yourself. I'll give you some space and leave you to it. Alright, Chief. You do that. I've got some thinking to do. Well, I don't know if that was a lead-in to a mission we could have done had we talked to Blitz more, but I guess what's done's done. So let's head out in here to the streets. I only ran over here and talked to Mallet. The attack. It was terrible, Wretch. So much death. She shakes her head. I had not killed since I retired from running the shadows. Not until today. But you're not here to listen to me complain. She forces a smile. So what can I get for you? Name it, and I will provide. Well, let's see. Wow, the Fairlight Excalibur. Decking 7, which we are not even close to having. The one thing about Ooh, new programs. The one thing about Shadowrun is you really have to decide what you're going to be. And I've gone straight down the line. I don't think I have enough XP to get my decking up to 7. So I'm kind of missing out on that. I do have the Fuchi Virtua X though. Let's upgrade some programs here. What do we have here? Killjoy, Medic, Shield, Sniffer. Let's go with... I think we're going to get Blaster. I want an AoE attack. Degrade, which we've had before. Oh, wait a minute. No, we had Erosion. There we go. Killer. Yeah, Killer's the bread and butter. And Medic. That'll be good for extra programs. Well, what kind of cyber deck do we have? We can carry 5 programs. So let's get... And we have Suppression. Let's go ahead and keep Suppression. Do we have another Suppression, maybe? Firewall, Killjoy... Nope. Well, that's unfortunate. And we still have only 2 programs that we can carry under there. Any new outfits? Ooh! +1 intelligence, +1 drone control, +1 drone combat. +1 intelligence, +1 decking, +1 ESP control. Yeah, we will definitely get that. You know, I wonder if there's a cybernetic enhancement that'll increase our decking. Because if that works, then maybe we can get that new 3,200. Let's go ahead and get all the things. And how does Wretch look? Oh, much better. I hated that last costume. Yeah, let's go ahead and confirm. And what does that put our decking at? Decking is at 6. Still not enough. So I guess we may try and see if we can find some cybernetics. But in the meantime, let's keep on. Let's head into the cafe and see how Altug's doing. Where's his little friend? The Turk is pale. His eyes sunk into his head are ringed by dark circles. We are closed today, Effendi. I would have locked the door, but the lock is broken. Now I must stand guard. Yeah, you look terrible, my friend. Tell me what's happened. I have a pretty good idea, though. He rubs his hand across his mouth. During the attack on the Kreuzbasar, they broke through the door, heavily armed. 2 of them. They broke through the door and just started shooting. No questions, no robbery, just shooting. Kami, my girl, my little street rat, He holds his hands over his face and collects himself. Crap. I reached under the counter. I keep a gun there, you see, and they saw. Both of them turned on me. Goldschmidt, that fat idiot Goldschmidt, flung himself in my way. How he managed to move that great mass of a body so quickly is a mystery to me. He hung there, suspended in time as they shot him, dancing on their bullets as they ripped him apart. But he shielded me long enough, Effendi. I was able to get my gun and end those sons of whores. Holy crap. Yeah, I'm gonna get the bastards who did this. Of course you will, my friend. Of course you will. Someone has tread on the tail of a sleeping snake and we have been bit. Now its head must be removed or our little Kais will fall. Still, it is good for us, I think. Healthy. It reminds us that even though we have created our own little island of stability in the Kreuzbasar, this is still the flux state, still Berlin, and the wolf is always at the door. If we are to keep our home, we must be vigilant, and we need people like Monica, people like you, to keep it safe. Sagulan, my friend. Be healthy, be strong. Oh man, poor Altug. And I liked Goldschmidt and Cammy both. I wonder who else died. Well, let's go into the talismunger shop and see what's going on. Absinthe. The elf behind the counter says nothing. She stands in silence, staring at you. Are you alright? I hope that you weren't hurt in the attack. One of the attackers came in here. Did you know that? He pushed his way past Algernon's wards and forced himself into this shop. Her nostrils flare. He threatened us. Threatened me. Yeah, something tells me that didn't work out well for him. No, it did not. So what happened? Did you cast a spell on him or something? She examines her fingernails. I lifted the veil. I showed him my true face and destroyed his mind. Your true face? What does that mean? I am merely a passenger in this body, a guest, here to experience what you would call life, as I have 1,000 times before. You lack the means to perceive what I really am. You do not possess the sight. But truth be told, that is probably for the best. Okay, you're not an elf then, so what are you? Something beyond your understanding. A child of the astral plane, wild and free, unfettered by the bonds of servitude that chain so many of my kind. In truth, what I am should not concern you so much as what I know. Okay, I'll bite. Tell me what you know. Truths hidden from mortal eyes. In my time as an observer of this world, I have witnessed a great many things. Wonders and terrors beyond measure. The birth and death of nations, the rise and fall of gods. She is very different from when you originally met her. I have seen the ebb and flow of magic from the fourth world, to the fifth, to the sixth. I have watched in awe as the tides carried wonder and miracle into the world of men, and I have mourned as they were swept back out again. I have borne witness as the cycle began and ended and began itself anew. I have seen what came at the end of the fourth world, thousands of years ago, when ancient Thera crumbled into the sea. I saw the things that crawled into the carcass of that once great nation. Vile, terrible things. Even now I can feel them. They drift on tides of mana, hungrily awaiting the end of the sixth world and the death of all that you know. I have seen what they will do when this world has run its course, human. They will rip the guts from your dying civilization and they will feast upon your screams. Yeah, hold up. Who are they? Things born of nightmare, horrors. The dark spaces between the metaplanes crawl with them. She looks into your eyes and you can feel your head swimming. Your kind fears what your kind fears what it can see. Corporations, dragons, violence and poverty, and the random cruelty of fate. If you could perceive reality the way that I do, you would know that there are much greater things to fear. If the world were an ocean, the hazards that you know might be sharks. Dangerous creatures to be sure, and worthy of respect. But below them, in the silent deep, Leviathan circles. Cthulhu! She turns away. Go now, Wretch. Dr. Algernon, after all that has happened, I'm sure that he'll be glad to see you. But remember what I've told you. Okay, I will. It always ends up with dealing with things with tentacles. Always. Salutations, youngster. I believe that the Kreuzbasar is still standing thanks to you. It was a team effort. Monica would have done the same. I agree, and you have filled her shoes admirably. Now tell me, how may I serve you? Well, let's see what questions we have. Oh, what can you tell me about Dante? He's not a normal dog, obviously. Indeed not. Dante is part hellhound, bred to be an elite guard dog. I assume that he has manifested some of his awakened abilities? Yeah, how did you know he was a hellhound? Monica bought him from me some time ago. He was a special order. She thought he could guard Herr Amsel while she was away on business. Should I be worried about him? I would keep him fed if I were you. I understand he likes soy jerky. But if what I've heard is true, he is bonded to you. Unless you mistreat him, you have nothing to worry about. Now, is there anything else that you need to know? Nope, that's about it. So, a hellhound temple dog. I like it. Hopefully Dante will get to go with us on this run. Or we may have to leave him here to defend the Kreuzbasar. I'm not sure. Is our dancer here? Oh, I think our dancer died, guys. That sucks. Think of all the Nuyen I dropped in the bag. There's Gunari. Wretch, I'm glad to see that you made it through the attack. Not all of mine were so lucky. Are you okay? No, I lost a niece today, but I'm doing a hell of a lot better than our attackers are. Those SOBs hit the wrong Kais. I put 6 of them in the ground personally, and when I find out who they are, where they lived, ain't nothing gonna save those people. He shakes his head and returns his attention to you. But you didn't come here to listen to me rage. You're after a bit of a paycheck yourself, I'll wager. So what can I do to help you get it? Okay, let's look and see what he has. Consumables, grenades, not really our style. Outfits, not our style. Ooh. Now let's look at the rifles. Submachine guns. Shot. Ooh. Wow. New assault rifles. And a minigun. Oh, that would be awesome. Well, I guess all that we can really get is the Colt M23 Smart Link. Let's go ahead and get that, because I don't think we have anything that'll pump up our ranged combat. Yeah, we're gonna have to go with that, I think. Let's confirm and unequip that. And unequip that. And equip. There we go. Confirm. The Wretch is looking more like a proper Shadowrunner now. Let's head. Alright, Zach. That was crazy, my friend. Bullets flying, people dropping like flies. Crazy. Old Zach had to use his magic on a few of them. See that puddle over there? He lazily points to a yellow-green stain on the cobblestones and gives you a slow nod. Yeah, that was one of them. Attacker, thy name is Goo. Yeah, you know what? One of these days you're going to have to demonstrate this powerful magic of yours for me. His smile widens. One of these days, my friend. Absolutely. But today you're here for a reason. What can old Zach get for you? Yeah, goodbye, Zach. Toodles. Nothing there worth a count. He's just not at his normal spot. Now, let's see what the doctor has to say. And, oh, hello there, corpses. Wretch, Dr. Esquibel gives you a once-over and nods. I see that you made it through the attack relatively unscathed. Did you have any run-ins with the attackers? No, truth be told, I was in surgery when the attackers hit, and they never disturbed my office. I spent the entire sorry event elbows deep in the abdomen of an elderly dwarf. His nephretic screen needed a tune-up. Lucky you. He grins conspiratorially. Lucky him, you mean. Poor old guy who had the bladder capacity of a pygmy shrew. He was in desperate need of my help. But on to more important things, eh? What can triage do for you today? Well, I'm needing... I don't know if I need medical supplies. Let me see. Any equipment? Oh no, I've got plenty of that. Let's exit out of that. Let's look at his cyberware. Anything that'll increase my decking up by 1. Quickness. Temporarily blind the opponent. 1 movement plus 2 intelligence. 1 charisma. 1 strength. Doesn't look like anything's going to... A data jack concealed in the cyber eye. That's cool. Plus 6. Data... I think we have some more stuff here. Ares dermal plating. Dodge and throwing weapons. Yeah, nothing that'll increase it. That sucks, man. I was really hoping we'd be in a good shape. But doesn't look... that would be able to increase it. So... I guess let's head this way. And... yeah, let's try the wine cellar. Hello? Well, there's Lucky Strike. Hey, I don't mean to be rude, but this is my off time. I intend... Okay, same thing. I wonder if there was some way to, like, get into a better... I bet probably we would have had more options with her if we had actually hired her onto a job, but I wanted to keep the team together, so it doesn't look like there's anyone else in here. Let's keep working up. I wonder what oh, there's Simi. Cool. Let's check the phone booth just to make sure. Okay. No more from Shockwell and Ryder, I imagine. In the aftermath of the attack, you're surprised to see Simi Kim has survived, with only a few scrapes and bruises. You saved us. As many as I could. So many more would be gone if you hadn't been here. Now, are you hurt? I lost my shoe when I was running, and then I fell. But Doc Esquibel found me. He picked me up and took me with him. He hid me in a drawer, gave me a blanket, and told me to be quiet. It was so dark, and it smelled, but I didn't make a sound. I heard yelling, things breaking, and gunshots, I think. If I had one of my Sims, I could have just gone inside, but I didn't, so I had to stay out here. I don't know how long it was, but when the drawer opened, it was over. Guess he finally remembered that oath. Kim doesn't seem to understand, but she nods anyway. I'm going to check on the others. Okay. Well, Simi's in good shape. Like, don't get me wrong. I understand for plot effect that some people probably had to die, but man, why Cammy compared to Simi? That's like, life's not fair. Ooh, okay, Samuel and Lane lived. Wretch, what a relief it is to see you alive. Samuel's face clouds. Unfortunately, many others were less fortunate. What happened? What do you suppose? Our people spent much of their time on the street trying to coax the indignant into making use of our services. His eyes well with tears. The attackers were indiscriminate with their fire. It was a bloodbath. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must go. I have cremations to attend to. Ooh, I hope Dietrich's nephew is okay. Aleski Lane looks to have endured the attack on the Kreuzbasar without injury. You find him surveying the damage with sad eyes. You alright? The troll shakes a heavy head, showing more wariness than wound. This should have never happened. Not here. It is one thing to strike an old man whose time is done, but to attack the Kreuzbasar and endanger the lives of innocents, that is unforgivable. The cowards who ordered this attack are dead. They just don't know it yet. There was a time I thought as you do, but I had made a vow to never make war again. Yet if you hadn't been here to do so, we would all be dead. For the Kreuzbasar to remain safe, it needs people like you. And leave him be. Oh, so bittersweet. And it looks like... I mean, there's not a whole lot that I can do. I mean, I have the money. How much money do I have? Oh, okay, I have 6,000. Well, you can't take it with you, so give me 1 sec. I think I'm going to beef up my arsenal. So I'm here at the doctor's, and it looks like the plot thickens. Check this out. You said that you were locked in your office when the Kreuzbasar was attacked, but Simi Kim tells a different story. The sound of Simi's name wipes the smile from his face. He stares at you, the color draining from his cheeks. Ah, yes, Kim. I didn't know that you two were acquainted. So which is it, Doc? Were you sealed up in your office for the attack, or did you help her out? I did both. When I heard the gunshots, I ducked out of my office to find the girl. When I got back, I hid her away and went directly into surgery. Thanks to the copious dose of isoflurane and nitrous oxide, my patient was blissfully unaware of the interruption. Simi also said that she heard gunshots and breaking glass. Care to revise your story any further? Esquibel's lips tighten in distaste. Please don't call her that. Her name is Kim. And yes, an attacker did break in partway through the operation. He fired his weapon into the wall and shattered some very delicate equipment. And? How'd you get rid of him? that will remain my secret. Suffice it to say that my experiences in Spain gave me a newfound appreciation for high lethality security systems. Let your imagination run wild from there. There's a long pause. Esquibel tries on another smile, but it falls away quickly. I don't intend to spend any longer on this, Wretch. I've already said my piece. I feel a certain level of responsibility for Kim's welfare. Never mind why. So I take care of her as best I can. That's all I intend to say on the subject, so we can talk shop or you can leave. Your choice. Interesting. I might head back to Kim and see if there's anything new, but I'm going to get some cyberware, and we'll get back to you guys here in a sec. Alright, so I got some new cyberware just to increase intelligence, and also got a laser targeting eye. I think that would actually help everyone a little bit better than that blinding flash eye that I never have actually used except once. So I'm going to go ahead and let's get this started. Where would you like to travel? Assemble the team and travel to the coordinates that Alice provided to find a backdoor access point and shut down the Apex AI. And, oh, wow, we can actually add Dante to the team if we want to. Your dog, whether you like it or not. Well then, let's get our medic, Iger, and man, who do we want? Do we want to... Let's go ahead and have Dante come on the crew instead of Dietrich, just to see what happens. Because he spells for days. Yeah, we'll give that a shot. You're about to travel to the location of the Apex AI system. Continue. And hopefully Wretch is up to the task for hacking into this. Because I checked Blitz. Blitz actually has a much better deck than I do, but most of his stuff is into Apex Rising. Apex, an artificial intelligence designed for matrix warfare. The thought of it sends a chill down your spine. For years, the shadows have been ripe with rumors of true AI. Names like Mirage and Psychotrope have fueled conspiracy boards on the Shadowland BBS since 2029. Most savvy Shadowrunners dismiss these stories as bunk. But from what Alice has told you, at least one of the stories is real. Apex is waiting for you, somewhere down in the basement of an abandoned Satyr-Krupp lab. Unfortunately, you're going to have to wade through a lot of gang territory to get there. What fun. Alright, everything's good on that front. And we got our claws and everything. Iger is good. And Dante's got his biscuits. So, yeah, that's about as good as we're going to get, guys. Let's confirm. With our attack dog here. Oh man, he just looks sick. Find a way into the basement of access Apex kill switch. And we'll start this job in the next episode, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you liked the video, go ahead and click like down below, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. That'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.